There aren't any named ponies, are there? That would be a clue, wouldn't it?
Okay, welcome to Talking Shire podcast. It's our very first episode. So we're going to talk a bit about the Northeast Middle Earth strategy battle game scene, a bit about the community, the events that we go to, and the events that we hold, a bit about the meta, and we're just going to celebrate the community in the Northeast and how much we love this game.
Mm.
So I'm Jamie. You probably know who I am because there's probably only about two people listening, and we've asked you to listen. So I'm Jamie. So I've been playing a couple of years, and just thought it'd be nice to get together with a couple of guys and talk rubbish about the game that we love. So you can introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. You may know who I am as well. I hope you do. But yeah, going to talk about the game, the hobby as well.
hmm
See how it goes.
And I'm Nick. Probably less people know me, or I'm more known as the guy that brings the stupidest lists to everything. And I'm here because I have the microphone.
I didn't even know you had a microphone when I asked.
It's good to know, though.
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah. Be aware.
Yes. Yes, it was like, you want to do a podcast? Oh, yes, I've got microphones. I've got experience putting podcasts together. I just get you then. Yes,
I
that's
know what a
good.
sound profile is.
A sound profile? That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't know what sound profile are. Yes, so yeah, well, I suppose we'll talk about just general chit chat then. So the game. Why do I love the game so much? Why do you love the game?
Ooh.
Do you love the hobby side of it most, or do you like the game side of it most, or why do you like the game then?
So the hobby side is like I'm big on the hobby. Always been big on the hobby. So I started with Warhammer. The hobby side of I like painting Lord of the Rings better than I like painting Warhammer
Yeah,
because the minis are just
because
most of the minis are a little bit less detailed. The new ones not so much.
Mm.
yeah,
And I'm gonna die angry about building my wild man. But
yeah,
I'm really big on converting. I think Warhammer has more opportunity for that
yeah,
than Lord of the Rings does.
Mhm.
Um, I think I'm more into it for the game now
yeah,
because I've been into war games since I was about 16, but I would play like a handful a year, and now I play most weeks. So
yeah,
I think I've just taken to the rules better on this one than I did to any of the previous ones I tried.
yeah. I think that's I think that's consensus across the board, isn't it? It's the rule set is so kind of it's so easy to get a
Yeah.
hold of, and obviously it's hard to master. But the actual base of the game, the moving, the kind of turn by turn, it's just so easy to pick up. And
Yeah.
I think that's one of its biggest strengths for me because I've never done war games before Middle Earth. I didn't play war games, played board games and stuff like that. But not even chess. I kind of I still know bits about chess, but I don't know much. But when I started as a collector. I started collecting, painting, just wanted some models to display in my case. I love Lord of the Rings. And then I thought, well, I think I got a Balrog for Christmas, and I thought, ooh, paint it up, it looks lovely. And then I was like, I'm not going to use it, but so I might as well I'll just buy loads of goblins and I'll just make a list. And I thought I'll look for some events, um, and that's kind of how I got into it. And I just, I mean, I played Basic 20 years ago, like we all did when the magazines first came out. Um, but it was just so easy to kind of pick up and just go find a game and just start. And it was just so much fun. It's just a great game, great
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
So
I got into it. First of all, I got into 40k
mhm.
when I was a child. And then as soon as I started playing 40k, I realized I had to wait like half an hour while my opponent did their turn.
Yeah.
And
And that's
as
changed much,
as
is it?
and as a teenager, I simply wouldn't put up with that.
Yeah,
So then when I found that Lord of the Rings was move and shoot and combat, that
yeah,
was just, and it's also based on the Lord of the Rings
yeah. I
for
mean,
me,
that's
which
it's a big selling
kind
point.
of,
Yeah,
yeah. that did a lot of the heavy lifting, I think, when I
Yeah,
was choosing
yeah.
my
A lot
war
of the
games.
game for me is being invested in who you play as well.
Yeah,
So that these fun, fluffy, like you say you bring the silliest lists, but they are very thematic and they're very. You were doing theme before the theme came out this edition. So it,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was sort of part of that was because I've historically always been a your dudes kind of guy with war games. So one thing that put me off doing Lord of the Rings initially when I was younger was the fact that you were quite often not necessarily forced to take the named characters, but if you didn't, you were suffering
yes,
for it. And so when I did finally get into it, I was like, well, I want to put these named characters in stupid situations. If I'm going to have to use the named characters, I'm going to use them in a stupid way.
yeah,
So that's where I've sort of
make it
developed the fun
fun.
from it. Like,
Yeah. Well, again the great thing about this game is you're able to do that. You able to get a character you know, a character you love, and you're like, I can force them to just do something weird.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna get Gandalf and I'm gonna perch him on this rock and I'm gonna cast some magic just for no reason whatsoever.
yeah.
So yeah, you can characters can just be themselves, or they can do some weird stuff.
Hmm.
So however you want to play the game. So obviously it's a bit restricted now with the new lists and things. So how actually the change from the old edition to new edition, how have you found it?
I think overall it's a better edition, but the list building does get on my
Yeah,
gripes a little.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just because there's no super generic option anymore. Because like last edition, 99.9% of the time everyone was taking legendary legions anyway.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
really,
yeah, yeah,
most of the time it's not actually any different.
Yeah.
But then not having that option to go and just do a really generic whatever so that you can take some kooky combo of things that
hmm,
would never actually interact with each other is a bit frustrating. Or like even times where honestly the main thing that bothers me is the force generals.
Yeah.
There's one too many force generals because it does mean that certain lists are good regardless of their general, but
Yes.
then you still just see the same
yeah,
dude all the time, like the Witch
Yeah.
King everywhere,
Yeah.
Theoden everywhere,
yeah,
Yes.
even if they're not necessarily the linchpin of the list. They don't need to
yeah.
be the linchpin of the list.
The worst offender I think is Aragorn has to be
Aragorn.
in
Yeah.
Return of the King. It's
Yes.
like I just want
He also has to
ghosts.
be a man of the West as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
And you can.
crops up everywhere.
Yeah. Well.
Road to Rivendell
Yes. Road Rivendell as
is
well. Yeah.
yeah,
FC Aragorn. So I mean, he is central to the story in terms of the Lord of the Rings. But yeah, going from old edition to new edition,
mhm,
we're start. I mean, went to Lord of the Imps last week, and there was 14 Aragorns in total.
yeah,
Like out of this, I mean, there was 74 players. You know, it's quite a lot.
yeah,
But that's a lot of Aragorns,
yeah,
Mm.
and so the chances are you're playing at least one through all the whole weekend. So you're immediately thinking, how's my list going to deal with Aragorn? And
yeah,
you and it's not necessarily a bad thing because within that you have different builds of the list. So the first game I come across an Aragorn, but he had Guai with him, which was fun. And then actually was a really fun game. Was I can't even deny it. But then game four, Contest of Champions, Aragorn on his horse. Great. What am I
mhm,
going to do against him?
yeah,
It was an interesting challenge because Aragorn is a big hitter and he's full of might and he's so it's an interesting challenge, and it was in two different lists. He had Legolas in, and um, who did he have? Just Legolas is actually his lieutenant, D2. Um, but there was a lot of Aragorns, and there was a lot of people, and there was a lot of Legolas as well.
yeah,
Obviously, Legolas is one of those that
of
keeps cropping up
course.
everywhere because he's so cheap. He's
Mm.
so
He's
good
so
for
cheap,
so
and
little
his
points.
rules are so nebulous.
Yeah.
No one has any idea what Legolas does. It's
I
great.
always ask like, what's he doing here when he's shooting? Can he move? Yeah, so
Two
it's
plus.
yeah, two plus. Honestly. So there was a lot of Legolas, a lot of Aragorn, and I did fear this that when the new edition came out and we had the limited list building, that we would start seeing the same things over and over and over.
Mm.
I mean, we did have it in the old edition, I suppose, with the Witch King Suladan at the top level of the
Yeah,
meta. You had the same combinations of things at the top, so you got a similar sort of problem, I suppose. Um, but I mean, up until then, I think I've come across quite a few. People have been willing to try the new lists, try the
yeah,
theme. You know what I mean?
Mm.
yeah,
Like, oh, it might not be very good at the minute, but I'm going to give it a go.
yeah,
And I think it's been quite. I've quite enjoyed the new edition
yeah.
for the theme, for the narrative behind each list, and it is nice to try different things. I want to actually try different things because of that.
Yeah, I
So
think there's a lot more. Like there are lists that function very differently from each other.
Mm.
Like Lurtz's Scout is completely different from like the Khazad Doom.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
just based on the army bonuses that they get.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably more obvious the differences now
Yeah.
than just like, okay, you need someone that marches and you need a sort of hero who'll, you know, beat people up, or you need a caster.
Yeah.
With the sort of forced generals, you kind of need to be a bit more sort of you need to think a lot more about who your extra characters
Yeah.
are and
But I think that's why Legolas keeps cropping up
yeah,
because as a cheap second
yeah.
hero, it's like a no-brainer in them some of their lists.
I just discount as I'm talking about what could be good or not. I just discount Legolas. Yeah, or if you want, you can choose Legolas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I would like to see, rather than like gimping what we've already got, I'd like to see more realms of. Because,
Yes.
like, again, go
Yes.
back to the Your Dudes thing. Realms of Man is brilliant for that
Yes.
because it's just your generic guys. You can convert your King of Man
Mhm.
Yeah.
to look really cool or however you want, give him whatever equipment you want. And there are things already in the game that could enable that. You could very easily do a Realms of Dwarves
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
exactly the
Yeah,
same way because you've already got the Dwarf King
Yeah.
and they
yeah,
already function the same way. They get different bonus depending on what faction keyword they've got.
Yeah.
So you could do a Dwarf Realms one that function the same way. There's no reason why you couldn't do a Realm of Elves
Yeah.
in
You've
a
got
similar way.
different.
yeah,
Come up with some generic equivalent
Well,
of
yeah.
kings
Yeah.
for
Like
them.
a leader or a captain. Some sort
Yeah,
of.
and you
Yeah.
could do it with you could do it with orcs because you could have like a mix of Mordor, Angmar, Gundabad, and they get different bonuses depending on what chieftain you've given them, whatever, or and things like wild bonuses. You could do them with other things. They just don't have the models yet, but
Yes.
they could have the models, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that difficult. It'd be like one model for each of them to just act as whatever the king or the chief is,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
then that immediately opens up all of the generic your dudes lists that we're lacking
Yeah.
without having to ruin any of the current like super themey ones.
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
100%. I mean, I suppose that's what Defenders of the Pelennor and the Army of the Great Eye. That's what they're kind of
yeah,
supposed to be.
yeah.
I
Army of the Great Eye
suppose.
is a good one.
Yes.
I
That one's
like
genuinely
Because you've
good
got so much to
because it's so
choose
much because
from.
it's everything
Yes.
Mordor.
Yeah.
Where I mean, my main gripe with that one is you have to have a ring wraith. But
Yeah. Yeah.
then Defenders of the Pelennor and Legions of Mordor kind of do it, but because they're still tied to a specific point in the story, they're still
Still
limited
live.
in a
Yeah.
way
yes,
because
yeah,
it's everything that was there in
yeah,
that
yeah. Like
bit.
Defenders of Pelennor is very open with its building, but it's also specific heroes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's tied to that, like you say, like that
Moment.
moment,
Yeah.
yeah,
and you can't get away from the fact that if you put Aragorn on the deck, it's Aragorn.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely him. It's
mm,
definitely Aomer. You
Yeah.
can't. It's not like your guys.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously the Force General thing means that you're really limited low points. So
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Mhm.
lower points levels. I know that last year there was a lot in the Northeast of lower points tournaments and things like that. And we found that obviously you
Mhm.
can't take certain things, and the meta completely changes from low points to the high points because of that. But I suppose it's nice having a mix. Basically, I think it's good to have a mix. I think there's been a bit of a call for higher points level next year,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
Next year looks high
yes, I think
in terms of
there's a
points
I think
level. I think.
that's sort of
Yeah.
become GW's design philosophy because they've done that with their other games.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like Warhammer Fantasy was always high points, fairly standard, and Age of
yeah,
Sigmar was because Age of Sigmar each individual model cost more points than what
yes,
you would see in the likes of
Yeah.
40k. So it was
Yeah.
high points by design. But then 40k, like it wasn't uncommon to see 1,000 to 1,500 point games.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I think at one point 1,500 was kind of the standard, and
Okay,
then games were sort of arbitrarily decided at one point 2,000 was going to become
2000.
the standard, and now 40k has become big,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
because every
everyone's
tournament
got
is
tanks.
Yeah.
every tournament is 2,000 because that's what everything is balanced around now.
Yes,
So
yeah,
I think that's sort of become their design philosophy to have like, oh yeah, the competitive standard, the tournament standard should
yeah.
be big.
Well, we've already noticed that obviously it was 500 points was like the average last year, but this year it seems to be 600,
Yeah,
6 to
Yeah.
650, 700, that
Yeah.
kind of mark is the average kind of size game to get your couple of heroes in and
Mhm.
have a decent amount of numbers and to get your toys on the board. So,
yeah,
so we've already noticed kind of a shift anyway. So I think, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all moves from this year, from the first year of this new edition to next year. Obviously, the GBHL finale is in December. It's going to be 1,000 points. Um, so are you guys going?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you will both go with
Oh,
that. I
1,000
knew you.
points.
Yes,
There's
1,000 points. So it's gonna be fun
yeah.
to see how things play 1,000 because we actually haven't done 1,000 in the Northeast this year.
No, no.
So it's gonna be nice to do that. But there is now talks of 1,000 point next year. Peter's looking at
Yeah,
that. I'm starting off the year with my probably being at 800. So there's going to be a few higher points just from the very get go. So it's
yeah,
going to be interesting to see how the list building changes
yeah,
and who brings what. I'm quite excited
Mm.
to see
yeah.
who's going to bring what
I
at what
think
levels.
sort of thinking about the Northeast community,
Yeah.
do you think we have like a meta of our own, or do you think it's sort of
I think we're good enough at meta breaking that every time one starts to form, someone comes up with a counter to it, and then everybody stops.
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I don't know because I don't get to as many events as I would
Mm,
like. And obviously a lot of the events down in Middlesbrough, they've been playing around the 650, 700 point mark quite a lot,
yeah,
and it's that's a nice points level, and you see quite a lot of different things. Um, obviously majority of people have banned eagles now, so we can't take eagles.
yeah.
Mm.
So because that was an instant kind of like, wow, that sucks.
That's too
That
much.
that's too much. Let's just move away from
Yeah.
Eagles for a bit. Let's try all these other fun things
Mm,
and see how it goes. But obviously the depths of Moria meta can't be ignored because that's great at
yeah.
every points level. It seems. So there's
Well, yeah,
obviously it's one at low points levels just because that board wide banner is insane. The Watcher's only 200 points, so at 500
hmm
points, it's such a good
yeah,
list.
And you can get away with having a low model count because you're not broken till the Balrog's turn. So,
Exactly. Yeah, if you keep the Balrog,
exactly.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. He could just be
yeah,
fighting on his own,
yeah.
which
yeah.
which is really really
Personally, I
good.
haven't taken Depths of Moria to a
No,
tournament. Have you, Nick?
No,
I'll
no,
tell you
no.
what's coming. Yeah. Yes, I have taken it a couple of times. Yes, yes, I am that person. But it's sat on my shelf all yeah, so
Yeah,
it's everything
yeah.
else. But
It's a
too
cool
funny.
model. You want to, and he's really good.
He is
This
really good.
edition,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which he's been lacking, I think,
yeah.
in
I
past
think we're
editions.
actually talking about this. Me and Alan were talking about this on the way down to Lord of the Imps, and how would you balance that? And I think what we kind of got to was the banner the drum needs to be points costed. You need to pay for the drum.
Yeah,
Maybe cheaper, because 75 points for a drum
yeah,
is a lot. So maybe 50 points ish. And then but you have to bring it.
yeah.
And then but you get banner VPs
Mhm.
to kind of counter that. So it becomes a target, but you can keep it alive, etc.
I think that's the like. I was also thinking about this recently with
Yeah.
because Depths has appeared in a lot of like podium places
Yeah,
recently,
yeah,
and I think just the threat of the banner being able to be disabled
yeah,
is quite. It's just something else for the player to have to think about.
yeah,
Mm.
Whereas in other
exactly.
words, like you're definitely never ever losing this banner
Yeah.
is
Because
huge.
it just turns the
You don't need to worry
goblins
about it.
from yeah, because
Mm,
they're only obviously fight two, strength three, whatever. But it turns them from being quite squishy and just kind
yeah,
of a roadblocker to just being nigh on invincible in
yeah,
some situations. Because you've got four dice in the fight against one
yeah,
dude. It's just the law of averages. You're going to
yeah,
win most of those fights,
yeah,
especially with a reroll. And so already outnumbering people, and then you've got a reroll as well. So you're rolling five dice if you're out. It's insane, really, when you
yeah,
think about it. So having a kind of be able to have to defend that banner, the whole auto VPs for banners as well. I'm not a big fan of it.
yeah,
There shouldn't be a 4 point swing. I don't. Maybe a two. Maybe having a banner left. Then it makes the banner a target, and you have to think about your tactics. I'm going to have to
yeah.
include the banner at some point and try and get rid of it, or I need to keep mine alive.
Mhm.
You've got a bit of tactics there. So 2 points, yeah, but the four
Yeah.
point swing it's huge.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'd rather have that kind of swing on. There are a couple. I can't remember which ones they are, but there are a couple that give VPs for killing your opponent's second most
Yes,
expensive
yeah,
model,
yeah,
and it's like
Mm.
because there are armies in the game that just don't have banners,
yes,
and it's
Yeah.
like
yeah,
it doesn't matter how well you build that list, it loses points.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Whereas everything has a second most expensive model.
yes,
So
yeah. So changing it to you're giving your opponent a target, or
yeah,
you're giving you a thing to aim at.
yeah,
So if I can't score the points there or there because my army's not really built for this scenario, but I'm going to
mm,
score some points over there if I go
yeah,
for him. It just shifts the tactics around, and yeah, that would be nice to see.
You think that they'd add more in the way of like ways if they're going to insist on having the ban of EPs? I'm surprised that there isn't more armies that have ways of just earning their own victory points.
Yeah,
Because
yes,
like
yeah,
there are some that have that, and I think most of the ones that have that don't have banners,
yeah,
like besiegers. Shank and Rot
Yes.
can score VPs, Dragons of the North can score VPs.
Yeah.
Makes sense with those ones, but then yeah, there are others that don't have
I
access to that.
love those rules. Like, even if someone's using those against
Yes.
me, I think like,
It's
oh, that's so fun. Like
yes.
when Shank and Rock pick up
It's a little
some
side
gold
quest.
and like, or some fingers or whatever he's got trying to get.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I completely forgot about that. But like, it
'Cause
is fun.
you
Yeah.
could cap it at 2
Uh,
as well, and then it's just the equivalent of the
yeah,
banner.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah. Having more of those in each faction maybe to kind of counteract the banners. But yeah, I think the Depths of Moria. I think it would just be easier to deal with, I suppose. If you could get rid of the banner,
yeah,
if
yeah.
that was a target.
I found it odd from a business perspective as well, especially when the new edition was new before we had the Armies of Middle Earth book, because that was the only Goblin list available, and
Mhm.
all of a sudden you're not selling drums
Yes.
because you
Yeah.
don't need the model for it. And it's like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Like
Do you not want
this is the
some
same.
To do a
This
drums?
is the same company that in one of their other games, in fact, possibly both of their other games, added faction terrain pieces
Yeah.
that were
Yes.
free. So if you didn't take them, you were just hindering your army for no good reason
Mhm.
to make you buy them. And manifestations in Age of Sigmar, which are free. So if you don't take them, you're hindering your army for no good reason. It's like that's like
Yeah.
if you're buying directly from the source, that's like 70 quid's worth of stuff for some armies that you have to buy because it's free. And then
Yes.
I found it odd considering how the reputation for being, money hungry GW still exists. They'd let that one slide.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, you don't need to buy a drum, it's
Yeah.
fine, just get more goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did Scouring of Cheshire last year, and I took me Balrog goblins like the Depths of Moria list as it is, but it was the Legendary Legion
Yeah.
last year, and I took the drum, and I had to think about where I was putting it. I
Yeah.
had to think about how I was going to defend it. I was like Fog of War, it's going to be an instant target because it
Mhm.
was like it was on the board. They were going to go for a terrain piece anyway, so I had to think about where I was going to position it. And it was a part of me game, part of me strategy was thinking where am I going to put this
Yeah.
drum? How many goblins am I going to use to defend it? And that sort of thing. And I think um, it was a fun part of the game. Now not having to take it, it's obviously better for the player
Yeah.
using it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I don't have to worry about the drum now.
Yeah.
And then for the player going up against it, going, cool, I've got a banner to fight another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's it was like a double whammy. So I just think you need to take the drum, and that would
Yeah.
that would fix that quite nicely.
I think like I think a lot of like discourse I see around it is like, oh, the Balrog's too powerful now.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
let's
really.
be realistic. It's a Balrog.
It
Like
should be hard to
the
beat,
entire
but
fellowship.
there are
If they change anything other than like,
Uh, does he get the free roll combat? I
he
don't know
gets
if
he
he
always
does.
had that.
eight inch
Oh,
movement.
okay,
He
yours.
gets the
Yeah,
8 inch
the
movement
8 inch.
now,
It's just
but
it's just his move. That's the
that's
only thing
it.
that's
Yeah,
changed, isn't
that is
it?
it. Yeah,
So
But
like
it's yeah,
it's a big buff
yeah,
because you could play, Benny Hill with him really
yeah.
easily
yeah.
back
No,
in the old
The other
edition.
thing
But
is
yeah.
like
like
the like brutal power attacks have changed,
that's true.
Yes,
which
they
are
have got better.
really
Yeah,
helpful.
but there are ways. Having used the Balrog earlier in the year, there are ways to counter it, which I'm very aware of
Yeah,
now.
Glorfindel.
So, well, yes, Glorfindel absolutely loves playing the
Yeah.
Balrog. But in terms of just using a normal list, so me and Brian took were doubles. It was elves and
Hmm.
dwarves, and the first list we come up against Balrog with lots of goblins. It was like right, okay. So I was like, I'm not going to talk too many tactics. I don't want to give it away because I take the Balrog again. But there are ways of stopping it, and it's something as simple. I'll just give it away. Something as simple as two guys with shields in front of the Balrog, like
Hmm.
manage to charge him if you can, and then shield. 4 dice versus
Yeah.
4 dice. The Balrog
Yep.
has as much chance of winning the fight as well. You know they've
Yep.
got more because if you win on a draw, but the Balrog can fluff quite easily. And if you
Yeah, 'cause it's
have
got no might to buff it up either. So it's like
Yeah.
yeah,
four,
so
missing a 6 on 4 dice isn't
you
that
stick
uncommon.
two guys in combat with him, and then you get two guys just behind. Don't spear support, obviously, because he gets free attacks, and then just kind of surround so he can't move anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's him bogged down for a turn. So he might kill 4 models, 3 or 4 models,
Yeah.
but that's him there. Even if he barges, there's no way he can go because you've
Hmm.
they trapped him in.
Yeah.
And that's a really good way of just shutting that 350 points down while
Mm.
you're dealing with the goblins.
Yeah.
Everyone else is dealing with the goblins, doing the objectives, blah, blah, blah. And it's a really good way of just shutting it down. So there's ways around the Balrog. But while you're doing that, you've then got goblins everywhere with a free banner, just
Yeah.
chomping through all the troops.
Yeah.
And I think
Absolutely.
it actually the goblins did more work for me when I took it to the 100 than the Balrog did. The Balrog fluffed so many combats, but the goblins just
Yeah.
chomped through troops.
Yeah.
And they did the killing.
Yeah.
He was just there as a threat, kind of turn. He obviously did some killing. He was moving around the board
Yeah.
and doing damage, but the goblins did so much work,
Mm.
so much work.
I
Yeah.
think goblins are like deceptively strong as well. At least Morio goblins are because they still have armor,
Yeah,
they still
the
have
D5.
shields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're at an event that allows legacy, you still got your black shields with the heavy armor on.
yeah.
So it's like they're like you think goblins should be able to churn through them because they're teeny tiny little points in that, but you can't. Even if you can win
Five
it,
5 points a
if
model.
you're using
Yeah, it's very good.
humans,
Yeah,
They can shield
then
even.
you're going to have a hard time wounding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're using elves, you're going to have a hard time wounding unless you're using
Well,
two-handed
this
weapons.
is it.
Unless it's
Yeah,
like unless you're using
but you're
quite
not
a
going to
hench
want a
level.
two hand. Well, if when you're outnumbered, you're going to either want a
Yeah,
shield
Yeah.
or fight as normal, so
Yeah.
you've got the better chance of winning.
yeah.
Because the fight value, for the most part, didn't really come into play. When I was using goblins, I wasn't worried about the fight value. I didn't think about it. In fact, it was towards the end of the tournament. I thought, oh, they only fight two.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realize because I was just
Yeah.
like, it didn't really matter. It didn't actually come into play
Yeah.
because everything's higher value. But I've just got more dice.
Yeah.
The only
Um,
time I've considered goblin fight value was when I was taking hobbits against them,
yes.
and I got the profiles of militia and sheriff slightly mixed up in my head,
Oh no.
and I had a couple of rounds where we were like, "Oh, it's a roll off, it's a roll off," and then I was losing the roll offs anyway, so it didn't matter. And then I realised, actually, wait a minute,
Hold on a second.
militia fight too. I was like, oh no, they're fight.
Oh
Oh
dear.
no! So then I was losing ties on goblins.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Fight one is like, why have they turned up?
Yeah. Fight one.
Fight
I don't
one.
think anything should be fight one. Let's
Oh.
build the pony, maybe. But
This is why I was of the opinion that sheriff should have turned into minor heroes of this edition because with the change to the special weapon strikes, there was a lot of talk of like, why would you ever take a sheriff? Because you could just take. Why would you ever take a militia rather? Because you could just take a sheriff because they'll have hand and a halves. And instead of like making sheriffs better, they just made them harder to take.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's another meta thing. The Shire. What are your thoughts on the hobbits at the minute?
I've never played with or against hobbits
You
this edition.
lucky devil.
Oh no, wait, no, I have.
Oh,
I think I must have blocked it out. It was Fog of War, and two of them killed my champion. No, sorry, Connacht's champions, and two Hobbit archers killed my champion
Oh,
in
no.
turn two.
oh no.
So I was like, oh,
Oh well.
well,
That's why
I
you blanked
guess,
it out.
I guess
Is it?
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was quite a quick game, actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
you
think
know,
I think early in the edition, Shire wasn't a problem because it had such a low model count.
Yeah.
Adding the warriors wasn't necessarily a problem.
Yeah.
I think adding the warriors and every other hero
Yeah.
was slightly more of a problem because the thing like when you say hobbits, people roll their eyes because they think it's going to be a really impressive list. But if it's Battle of Bywater, it's not.
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anyone take Battle of
No
Bywater
one's
2 anything because
no
it's
one's
not
taking that because
that great. But it's the reason the Shire is great is because you've got all those rerolls on your fate and you've got it's 3 up fate, isn't it?
yeah.
And so am I having like a million cheap heroes that have
you've
multiple fate
and
each that
you've
you
got
can reroll?
reroll for days. You've got reroll
Yeah.
courage. You've got reroll hitting things and shooting things and +1 to wound if you're within someone else. And goodness me, it's all. And then you're throwing Gandalf in his cart.
Yeah.
And my
I-
goodness,
It's just hard to keep. It's just similar to like having loads of goblins. It's just hard to keep track of.
Yes,
For an
yeah,
opponent. Like
yeah.
playing
I-
Thorin's Company, that was so much mental stress for me. I don't know how much
Hi
my
Nick, what did you take on the 1000?
There's not that much more to learn because the last time I took it was a Great North Rune, wasn't it? I had
Yeah.
all but one of the dwarves, and then the one I didn't have was Gloin, so he's really easy to remember his rule for.
Oh, okay.
So the only models I'm adding to go to 1,000 points is Bilbo and Gandalf, which is really easy
I
to
suppose.
remember. So I've already done the mental
You've got
strain
some
on that. I've got
practice.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the difficult bits done. Honestly, the hardest bit about doing that is just tracking the resources,
Yeah.
and even using the app. It's a pain. So you've got to like go because the app doesn't put them in they're never in the right order when you actually go through to the loading the game up.
Loom bands.
Loom band.
Yeah.
Loom band everything.
Literally.
My rangers are by turn 4 they're covered in
Covered in loom
covered
But-
in bands. It's
But
fantastic.
the dwarves can share resources, so it's like
Oh,
I've still got to keep
It's
tabs
even
on like
worse.
what everyone.
goodness me, no.
I know because I have to be counting everybody's all the relatives' loom bands as well
Yeah.
as their own to make sure.
Terrible.
It just like to make
Yeah.
life harder for yourself.
Yeah. You couldn't pay me enough to pay Thorin's
Oh
Company
man, it's
1,000 points.
it's worth it for when like I don't know you're in a spicy combat and say, oh, I'm gonna heroic strike with Dwalin, and they say, but Dwalin's out of might. It's like, but Balin isn't.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
It's weren't all the difficulty just for that one moment,
Yeah.
or calling a heroic move when they think that you're out of might, but they'll do quarter guys like, but he's got to do it.
Yeah. I think similar to that, I've been playing a lot of Arathon Stand with
Yes.
Grey Company,
You're making Arathon
which
fan that you met,
I'm
aren't you?
coming for the Arathon Stand meta.
Yes.
I'm currently 3-0
Well, shit.
with Arathon Stand. Just
Yeah.
small brag there. I'm coming for the leaderboards.
Yes.
But like, because it's normally that people don't see very often, and
Yeah.
because it has some weird special rules where it's like at 500 points, I had 22 points of might or something like that.
Whoa.
Um,
Goodness me.
and it changes the game so fundamentally.
Yeah.
Where like most games you have maybe 2 or 3 heroic move offs
Yeah.
for pivotal turns.
Yeah.
I was just doing it every turn.
Every day.
because it means that I don't really need to make the decision. I'm going to pick the fight.
Yes.
And then my opponent's thinking, oh, there's going to be why does he want to call this?
Yes.
And is it worth me spending one of my 5 might or something like that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun playing. Like talking about the army bonuses and stuff earlier. Like it's fun playing lists that have lots of weird
Yeah.
rules, which
Yeah.
is why we're not the meta.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's I was going to come back to is in the northeast when we're talking about the northeast meta. Do we have our own? I think we do in a way because we just keep trying fun stuff and wacky stuff and
Yeah.
crazy stuff, and we're like we're players that keep podiuming. Like you're talking about your Jack Thurlbecks, looking at you. Just out for 6 months, rocks up first place. Yeah, why not? But he'll bring something he likes to play.
Yeah.
And right, not something that's currently meta or something that's doing really well. He just rocks up and he's just a good
Serpent
player.
Horde, was it?
Serpent Horde, yeah, he just
I
turned
don't
up.
think I've seen Serpent Horde
Got
in
third
another
place.
podium.
Beat us in the final game. That was going to be my first ever podium, and he got us on bad MVPs.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
I even tried bringing the Watcher, and I still
Yeah.
didn't get podium.
He beat me with Boffer on a Troll Brute,
Nice.
Guahia, and one Dwarf with a banner. And that was a stream game as well, which I haven't watched. But yeah, it was just whatever he brings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He's got the
because
Midas touch.
he's a good player.
He's a very good
He's a
player.
really good player.
And
so,
he's nice. It's
he
fun to play a game
actually,
against him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had a bad last one
Yeah,
up here.
yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
what was, I was going to be, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think we've done quite well this year as a group, as to just play what we wanted to play. Well, this looks
Yeah.
really cool. I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
And I think hats off to everyone that's done that because we've actually not done too bad either in tournaments and things. So hopefully you give a good account of ourselves in the finale as well. I mean,
Well,
I am taking the ends, so
yeah.
sorry guys. Sorry guys.
I'll be honest, I was very, very sorely tempted to take a real goof list. And
Yeah.
I was about an inch away from taking maxed out White Council to the finale.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that's not, if it had been ever so slightly more points, I would have done it. Like
Yeah.
if the list had been ever so slightly more points, but it caps at 825.
That is
So I was like,
That's quite a
I was
handicap.
like, I can.
yeah, it is
I was
quite-
willing to take up to 100 points of handicap, but 175, I was like, no.
probably a bit.
Because at that point, like I can't even necessarily blame the list for losing or my skill. It's just pure stupidity at that point because I'm playing a different game.
just bring 2 Saruman
Yeah.
and just say, yeah,
Yeah.
I have the points for it.
Dude, I genuinely think Saruman's a bit of a hindrance in that list because he's the only hero of legend, so he has to be a general.
Right,
Okay.
And I want Elrond to be my general every time if I can because he's the
Yes,
only
that-
one. He's the only one that doesn't die every game. So
Why is that in the White Council? Surely they're all heroes of legend.
I think the logic might be something to do with like Elrond seems to not be considered a legend until you've gotten to like the Lord of the Rings era, as far as like the logic of the game is concerned.
Right.
'Cause if you look at the armies he's in, he's valor in everything except for Rivendell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Gandalf's the same. Gandalf's only a hero of legend with the Shire. So only the Hobbit folk consider him legendary. Or maybe
He's
in
Top of the Walls and
well, I'm
West?
Gandalf the Grey. Rather.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Gandalf
sorry.
the White is the legendable. But
Yeah,
Gandalf the
yeah,
Grey. I think
yeah.
he might be legend in what's it called? Survivors of Lake Town. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I forget that list
I
even
don't think he is.
exists.
I don't think he is. He is.
But-
Poor survivors of
and
Lake Town.
I have got a Gandalf the Grey on horse now,
Oh, have you?
so
Nice. Which
well
is-
that doesn't make it.
goes
I'm not more
few-
likely to play Survivors of Lake Town, but
No.
I could.
It bugs me that Is that the
I'll
only
do the
list he
next
gets his
meta
horse
for
in
you,
now?
Jonathan. You can bring that, make that good.
Uh,
Is that the only list he gets his horse in now? Lake Town, or does he get it
I
somewhere else?
think so.
It bugs me. Like he doesn't get it
Yeah,
in
I don't
Thorins,
think
even
it
though
does.
he's riding
Yeah,
it in the picture. He doesn't get it in Fellowship, even though
yeah.
they definitely had horses in Fellowship.
Yeah, yeah.
Boromir gets his
Boromir gets his
horse.
Boromir
horse.
gets his horse,
Yeah.
yeah.
Weird. Yeah. But
Do we even see
yeah,
Boromir? He gets it off his
he
horse at
gets yeah,
Rivendell, and
yeah.
that's the
He
only
definitely
time.
rides it for at least like 3 seconds. Yeah. Um.
Do we even see the horse? We'll
Yeah.
just see him just kind of get off a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's something that does bug me with it is the stripping away of horses
yeah.
in areas. Like I get that they wanted to nerf them because they were oppressive, but the
Yeah.
points increase was probably
Points
sufficient for that.
increases being huge
Um,
for some lists.
that's one with again, White Count's a prime example.
Yeah.
Before they could all take horses, and Radagast could take an eagle.
Yes.
So if you took obviously you would never take generic White Council in the old edition because it was anyone other than me would never take generic White Council in the previous edition because it was absolutely terrible. But if you took everyone, including like Celeborn with his heavy armor, and then gave them all horses and gave
Yes.
Radagast a eagle, you could get
Yeah.
to like nearly 1,000 points with the beach. You can't now
Yeah.
because it's just what was the Vanquishers, and you get the Slay, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the Slay, as much as I love it, is very dear to my heart. It's not very good. Not in that list anyway,
No.
because I mean it's good. It is good, but then you're on your own.
Yeah.
Everyone else has got a 6-inch move. And
Unless you.
Thrain, my beloved, only has a 5-inch move. So the sleigh scoots off 10 inches ahead and then
Yeah.
gets
Unless he
mobbed. And
zigzags up the board.
unless he zigzags
And
up the board.
with the dwarf.
It's not even survivable enough to justify it. Because the longest I've had it last is because you can cast Renew on it.
Yeah.
So I have spent several turns with Raddy in combat casting Renew on his rabbits
Yes.
to
And-
keep them in.
I played that game. Yeah.
But the D3 just makes it so hard to keep it up because
Yeah.
it doesn't take long to knock 4 wounds up a D3 model.
And he's only fight 5
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
Slayer, so it doesn't last.
Yeah.
As soon as he goes into a hero, he's toast.
Yeah.
But I think if I'm thinking lore-wise, why Saruman is a hero of legend is that I can imagine the rest of the people in the White Council being like, okay, yeah, we'll let him be in charge. But
Yeah.
there's absolutely no way that Saruman would listen to anyone else.
That's true. Yes.
Like if they were like, actually, Saruman, sorry, I'm the hero of legend today. He'd be like,
The
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
the Hobbit profile for Saruman actually has a rule for that.
Right?
He won't join in any heroics called by Gandalf.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, I like that. Good.
Great. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I do like little rules like that.
Yeah. His profile's got some fun rules in it. It's just none of them are that great. I mean, that one is actively a bad rule for the army. His other one is conceptually really cool, but it's too short range, and that's the the voice of the Astari. No, it's not voice of Kurin.
There's
Lord of the Astari.
Yeah.
I think it's that
Yeah.
one. That's the one
Yeah.
where you force a model to take an intelligence test, and if it fails, it's functionally transfixed.
Yeah.
That's really cool, but it's only got a 6-inch range, and if you're within
Yeah.
6 inches of something, there's a very good chance you're already getting mobbed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you might be able to turn one model off, but not all the ones around it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I managed to pull it off maybe once against a Gundabad troll, and that did keep me alive for maybe one more turn. And then I failed the next turn.
She
Passed the intelligence test, and then I got stamped by the Gundabad troll.
Well, the one the what you call them things, the Spectres have the similar rule,
Yeah.
but there's a 12-inch range.
Yeah.
So maybe if it was 12-inch, it might be a bit more useful.
If it was 12 inch, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, a bit more
Yeah.
And
useful.
I don't know why it's not 12 inch.
Yeah.
It's not like the army needs to be
A lot
nerfed
of,
or
lot of
anything.
lot of
Yeah.
these spells are 12-inch range, aren't they? So
Most of them. Yeah, I think a couple of them.
let's
Are.
I think that he has a few 18-inch
I
range.
think-
He's got a couple of 18-inch ones.
He's
Yeah.
That might be nice.
he's got a good enough voice to shout at the mountain, so
Yeah.
he should be
Yeah,
able to get
yeah.
12-inch range.
That's his other rule, isn't it? Where he gets a 12-inch fan fast. But
I
Or
think,
is that the
yeah, that's the
Saruman?
voice of Kuranir one. He has a
Yeah.
12-inch stand fast. He
But
still
then,
gets
like,
that. A little
in
bit.
White Council, it's like why they stood more than 12 inches away from each other.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be next to each other.
Yeah.
And they're all
Aligned.
courage 3 up, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The only one that benefits from it is terrain.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
So upcoming events then. Let's talk about upcoming events. What we're going to do next? What you got, Jonathan?
I think Nick, you're at the next one, aren't you? You're
I'm at the next one, so
recent.
Depending on when this gets out, it might have already happened, but I will be
Yeah.
in Middlesbrough this
Middlesbrough,
weekend.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a GBHL 90, I believe. that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be a lot of Men of the West and
Yes.
yeah.
So many Balrogs.
So many Balrogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a few Balrogs. But no, yes. So what you're taking? So what you're going to divulge? Well, it'll probably be done by now by
Yeah.
the time this goes out. But
I'm not going to that one.
Oh, you're not going to that one?
sadly.
what you taking?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going in with my sweatiest White Council list.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm only being half ironic with that It's
As in just taking them.
it's my let's see how angry I can make my opponent list. So I've got
You're not going for most sporting
I'm
then.
not going for most point
Is
now.
that what it's saved at the TG?
Yeah,
Yes,
I've got all three of the characters that can reroll their fate, and then we've got Elrond and Radagast both with renew, and then
Wow.
Gandalf ready with his strength and will, so they can just do that forever.
Wow.
And I figured out last time I played them that you can be very tactical with Thrain because if he's near Gandalf, you can modify his intelligence test by 1 point in either direction.
Nice.
And if
Yeah.
he's maybe on the brink of dying, you can just intentionally fail it, and then he can't die that turn because your opponent can't attack him.
Oh my
And even if they
goodness.
charge me with it and I win the fight, I can't make strikes against him. I'm a good army.
Right.
So I can just make that game last forever.
The first 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Championship 90. No one died, no one wounded.
Yeah,
No,
just
no
stood there and
objectives.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
brilliant, excellent. So White Council take main appearance.
Yeah.
What we got after that then? Is we're in
Uh,
December now?
I'm going to
Hull,
Hull
yes,
on the 15th.
yes,
Yeah, the 15th. Which
1,000
is
points.
1,000
Yeah.
points, which is essentially my prep run for the GBHL finale.
So you take the same list, similar
I'm
list.
taking exactly the same list, unless it goes really bad. Then it might get
Yeah,
but I'm taking it's the 300s. It's the Grey Company.
Yeah.
It's 3 hunters, Elazar and Elra here, and then 14 Rangers of the North.
yeah.
I think each of the heroes has 2 or 3 Rangers each. Oh, sorry, and it's Halbrad as well
Oh, right,
with the
okay.
banner,
Nice to see
which
Halbrad.
is it's the best part of the whole. Without Halbrad, the list crumbles.
Yes.
It's really good for like fearless as well because they're only 6 plus courage.
Oh,
Yeah, so as soon as you go up against Harbinger,
yeah.
they can run really
Wow,
quickly.
7+, yeah.
Whereas once Halbrad's in there, he just keeps everyone.
Keeps them around.
Yeah, but I've got I think each of the named heroes have two rangers with them in
Yeah.
each of the war bands, and then I've got 2 rangers who are just 1 drops. So that
So how many might you looking at with that one?
I think it's 30. 30
Goodness me.
plus a free one every turn with Aragon.
Oh my god.
So it's
That's
so fun.
insane.
The loom bands are out
It's
of
got a nice
Yeah.
new pack of loom
Yeah.
bands come with you.
But
Yeah.
it's great. I've had I played a game last. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. But I played against Khazad Doom.
Yeah.
Which is I think essentially my worst.
Was that Thomas by any
Yes,
chance?
it was Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, doing very
Absolutely
well with his Khazad.
destroyed my Moria and
Yes, yeah.
at the team's event.
I think
It's a very good,
I
very
think
good list, very
Khazad
good
Doom
player.
came out. The list came out. Was it late July that Armies of Middle Earth came out?
God,
Was
yeah,
it
it was
June?
June or July. Yeah, I can't
But
remember.
he's
but
been like
sure.
a few tournaments now with Khazad Doom, and he's
Yeah.
podiumed at 3 of them.
Yes, he's
Mm.
done really
So
well.
he's pretty good
Yes.
with his Khazad, and it's a very good army.
Yeah,
Um,
the joy in his face when he got to choose my list. When he got to choose Khazad Doom versus Depths of Moria, he was so happy. Yes.
Yeah.
It was infectious where I was like, go on then.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Let's give it a go. And he just absolutely mullered us. It was pretty bad.
I think it's for the Rangers of the Grey Company. It's maybe one of the worst matchups.
All right.
Because it's high defense, so all
Yeah.
my strength 4 means absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Shooting is
And
much harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, it was the game ended with me essentially wiping out every dwarf on the board, but I still lost the game
Oh my goodness.
because I had 20 models at 1,000 points. So all the might in the world doesn't really help.
No.
But it is a really fun army, and there's a lot of decisions to make on like when to spend might.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot to.
That's a lot of fun though, because you
It
don't
is.
mind spending the might.
Yeah.
So you're like,
it is
oh
fun.
no, I
Yeah.
lost a roll off.
Yeah.
I have 29 more might to
Yeah.
use. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I think
So-
like the Rangers as well. Like they're a bit of a. I don't know if it's just because I've been very lucky with them,
Yeah.
but they're a bit of a.
It's not luck, Jonathan.
You're
very good.
It could be, thank you. But, well, yeah, thank you.
That's fine.
But I think the 2 attack Ranger, they are a little bit tougher than they appear.
Yes.
I think the 2 attacks means that they don't need to be backed up or anything. As long as
Yeah.
if they haven't spent their might, they've essentially got 1 3+ fate to them as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Assassination with the Rangers.
Yes.
Oh my,
Oh, yeah.
that is a
Yeah.
scary gun line they've got.
You've got no
Very
idea who you've chose for your assassin because they're all shooting at you.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
when I'm playing assassination with 20 Rangers, I'm like, okay, It could be anyone. I
Yeah.
might as well just charge them all in
Yeah.
because you'll kill. I know you'll kill the first one you kill. That's your target. You've scored 12 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to score my 12.
Yeah.
But with the sort of Dark of Night, them getting +1 to wound
Yeah.
with their
that's
shooting,
really good.
and they have might behind it, and I can call a heroic accuracy.
Yes.
It's really
So that gets
great.
everyone within 6 inches, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For accuracy.
Yeah. And
So,
Aragorn
wow.
can call it for free.
Oh man. Quite well.
So I've still got my so yeah, there's a lot of like they've got a lot of those little like tricks.
Yeah.
And I've got I think other than heroic channeling, I've got nearly every heroic action
Nice.
on someone.
Yeah.
So I can strike, strength, defense,
Yeah.
shoot,
Accuracy.
accuracy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Should be
Yeah,
good.
that should be pretty
But
good.
then there's just
Nice.
that and then the
And then
finale.
the finale, yeah, in December 14th. Is 14th, 15th, or 13th, 14th? I can't remember.
13th point.
13th, 14th.
Same day as the derby.
Oh yes,
I think.
yeah, Newcastle, Sunderland derby. So
Yeah.
I'll be having that. I'll have that on me ears. So I'll be listening to that. I'll be stressing over that. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm glad I've got a distraction. Let's put it that way. But I'm bringing me Ents because I started the year with Ents. I kind of slow growed them up to 800 for
Mhm.
Scouring of Cheshire, and I gave them a run out, and it was really fun. Just enjoyed it. It was really nice having really low points, like low model count. Sorry,
Yeah.
low model count. I've only got 6 things to worry about. It's now going up to 10. That's including
Wow,
that's
10.
but that's including Mary and Pippin. So actually only that's only 8 Ents. So
Yeah.
like the pack up and the setup, it's
Yeah.
just so much easier. It's just because the last one I went to, Love the Imps, I took me Rohan, me new box with the new heroes, and it was a lot of fun. But there was like I just got bored of moving stuff, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
get
gonna be
that.
really lazy. I'm gonna go back to where I started,
Yeah.
back in January, and I'm just gonna give me Ents a run out. And the new Beach model, I've just painted it up. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm excited.
It's very nice.
It is.
I like your paint job.
Oh, thanks very much.
Mm.
Very cool. But the model is just fantastic, and I'm really excited to use that. So an excuse to get it on the board. I've only got one Ent left to paint for the
Nice.
entire of November. My whole prep this month is going to be one Ent.
Great.
So that's another reason why I thought it's make it easy for myself. So
Yeah.
so Arathon stand, and then
So at the moment, it's looking like maxed out Thorin's company.
yes,
Original
That's
plan
the
was to use them as stealth eagles because it's one of the few lists. It was one of 2 lists you could take the sleigh in with Radagast,
Yeah.
and Radagast plus eagle means the sleigh can actually keep up with something.
yes.
And I was like, ha ha hee hee, that'll be funny. No one will expect that. You just sneak some eagles in, and then other people started sharing their list. I was like, oh, everyone's doing that. Not with Thorin's company.
No.
But like, oh, I'm going to take eagles with my Paladin. I'm going to take eagles with my Black Gate. I'm going to take eagles with my Battle of the Five. I was like, no, it's not. It's not going to be funny anymore. So I was like, and you know what? If I did that, I would have had to have painted 3 eagles.
Yeah.
2 of which I've lost the stems for, so I was going to have to like do a tactical
No,
rock
no.
Yeah.
for them anyway. I was like, you know what? Alternative, I'll just paint 1 Bilbo.
Yes.
I've got a month to paint a single Bilbo.
You put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You've got a month to paint a Bilbo and do all of your homework.
yeah.
Yeah. So between the 3 of us,
Uh-huh.
that's 3,000 points that we're taking finale, and maybe 30
30
models?
models in total.
I've got
Goodness me.
how many? Was yours 20?
Mine's 20.
I've got 15.
I got 10.
50, okay,
45
So 45 models.
45 models.
45 models.
There we go.
That's roughly equivalent to 1 700 list in most of their armies.
Yeah. Or half a Depths of Moria at 1,000 points.
At least there'll be time for a drink.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Between,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I come up against any ballistas,
yeah.
just hope I can hide behind some buildings for a couple of turns.
Yeah.
Drag it out. But,
Yeah.
I went up
Ents are
against
good. I can't deny it.
the last GBH I wanted to do.
We'll
I
see
did
what
my
happens.
first game was up against a ballista. That was Thorin's company.
Yes.
And
Oh, I
that
watched it. Yeah, it was on the
Yeah,
stream, that one, wasn't
Great
it? Yeah.
stream.
That was agony. It's like things weren't necessarily dying because I had fate out the wazoo and I could share fate, but they were still getting flung across the board. So I was
Yes.
like, storm the camp as well. I was like, okay, I'll walk 5 inches that way, and now I'm going 5 inches back the other way.
Yeah.
5 inches forward, 6 inches sideways. Yeah, that was quite funny to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Right, so I tell you what, we're gonna do our little quiz now. I've got a little quiz for you
Okay.
guys. So every episode, I'm gonna do a different quiz. I'm gonna change it up. So this one is profiles, and I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't do very well with this because it's a little bit sticky. So I'm gonna pick you up
Okay.
against each other, and we're gonna take it in turns. There's a couple of heroes in there. There's a couple of general kind of troops in there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to read out the stats for a profile.
Okay.
Read out the stats and then see if you can get it. So you get 3 points if you get it just on the stat line.
Okay.
2 points if I have to give you another clue, and then 1 point if I have to give you another clue.
Yeah.
If you can't get it, the other person can steal for a point.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Interesting. This is
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So
I'm locking in.
I'm gonna get me a little scoreboard, which is my pen and paper. So there you go.
High budget.
High budget, get in. Right. So first one. Who wants to go first? Do you want to be gentleman about it, or should I get some dice out?
Oh, you know what, Jonathan, you can go first.
Okay,
Ah,
I'll go
okay.
first.
Set the bar.
I appreciate that.
So this
No
first one.
pressure.
So this person has a move value of 6 inches,
Very helpful.
Narrows it down.
fight value of 5 inches, shoot value of 4 plus,
Okay.
strength 4, D5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, 6 plus courage, 4 plus intelligence. And then they have
Okay.
2 might, 2 will, and 2 fate. See, I told you it was going to be hard.
I might know that one.
Fight 5 is a 2-2-2.
2, fight 5, yeah.
So it's probably a mid. Fight 5. So yeah, immediately. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I'll go for it. So I think, is it Theoden?
It's not Theoden, no. Right, so I can give you a clue.
Terrible. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll give you a clue. The faction
Mhm.
is Dunland.
Oh, okay. And I hope this is one of the newer ones because I haven't read the old ones. I think ever.
Well,
Targ?
it is General
Oh,
Targ. Yeah,
great.
nice. 2 points.
Fantastic.
2 points.
I don't get
Jonathan.
half point because I said Targ rather than General Targ.
Well, no, it's fine.
Great.
No, it's
I would have been wrong, for the record.
What were you thinking?
That stat line is almost identical to either Philly or Killy.
Oh, is it?
So it would have come down. It would have come down to the second clue.
The
Except for the
movements,
movement.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See, you were being glib about the 6 inch movement earlier, but
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
All right, I've just scored the next one. They're not in any particular order.
Okay.
And this is a bit of a horrible one. But anyway, let's go. Movement
Great.
value 6 inches. Fight 4. Shoot value 4 plus. Strength 4. D5. 2 attacks. 2 wounds. 7 plus courage. 6 plus intelligence. 2 might. 1 will. 1 fate. So fight 4. Strength 4. D5. 7 plus courage. 6 plus intelligence. And then 2, 1, 1.
Is it our boy Braga?
It isn't.
Ah.
I thought you had it. That was like, oh,
You know, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
when you get it. When
Yeah.
I'll tell you when you get it. Clue.
Braga mentioned. Shout out to Alan.
Yeah, we'll go with the clue. Otherwise, I'm
Your
just gonna be
faction-
reeling off every hero I could possibly think of.
Your faction is Isengard.
Ah. D5.
Mm.
Yes, D5. No difficult.
I'm zeroing in.
Sounds like it
I
might be a scout captain.
Close.
No.
Close. It is a captain. I'll give you one more clue, if you would like.
Yeah, go on.
It costs 50 points.
So is it just a Urukai fighting captain?
It's not. No,
Ah.
it is a named one.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we stealing it?
I think
For
I'll
1
give it a
point?
go.
Uh-huh.
Courage 7.
Huh?
Is it Snaga?
It is. Which is almost. Okay. I was like, oh, he got it. Oh, that's another point for
I don't know
Jonathan.
how close you are. Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't have
So,
got that in a million years. I'm so bad with the name dorks.
yeah.
They just all blend into one blob in my head.
No, Snaga sticks out for me.
Yeah.
He's the one with the terrible voice.
Yeah. All right. So, Jonathan, we have movement 6 inches, fight 3, shoot value 4 plus, strength 3, D4, 1 attack, 2 wounds, courage 6 plus, intelligence 7 plus, 2, 3, 2.
2-3-2.
Yes.
What a strange profile.
Good luck if you get this.
So this is so it's a hero who's fight 3.
Fight 3 hero. Strength 3,
2, 3, 2.
D4.
Strength 3, D4. 2, 3, 2. It's got to be a caster. But it's not. What was the courage again? 6.
6 plus.
6 plus. It's not an elf.
It's not an elf, no.
It's not an elf.
No.
I think the shaman profiles have 4 will each,
Okay.
and they don't have 2 might. I don't know about. Could it be Druzag?
No, it's not. It's not Josiah. Would
I-
you like
I
a
don't-
clue?
Yes, please.
Okay. His faction, it's according to the rulebook, is Fellowship.
Oh,
I'm just going by what.
is this? No, I'm right. This is completely stumped me.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
This
That's why
is a
this
weird
is
one,
the
yeah.
only reason I got this one is because it's really weird.
Movement 6 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Fight 3. What? He's not a fighter. This guy.
Got an idea.
It's got to be. I think there are 2 people who stand out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's. Is it Barlaman?
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Ballerman.
that was gonna be my guess.
Well
There we go.
done.
Great.
It's just me. Still, you got two. We got 2 more points. You're on a 5.
Great.
Crikey.
All
All
right.
right. So
Pressure's on. This is great. We should have just done 45 minutes of that.
all right. So we've got this one. So big giveaway for the movement. Well, good start. 12-inch movement. Fight 6. Shoot value 4 plus. Strength 5. D7. 2 attacks, 3 wounds. 5 plus courage and 5 plus intelligence.
Is it a generic Grey Eagle?
It's not a generic Great Eagle.
Mm.
Would you like a clue or another guess?
Is it a generic Fledgling Eagle?
It is a fledgling. It's a
Fantastic.
fledgling
You
Great
didn't mention
Eagle.
might. There's literally 2 things it could have been.
But he's off the mark. There you go.
My first thing.
Yeah.
God, okay.
So it's 5-3 though. He pulled it back a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's good.
That's pretty good.
I'm sweating over here.
All right. So I've got this one here, which is movement 8 inches
Okay.
for Nick. Movement 8 inches. Fight 2.
Terrible.
Shoot value 6 plus. Strength 3. D4. 1 attack. 2 wounds. 6 plus courage. 7 plus intelligence. 0 might. 1 will and 2 fate.
This is a mount. This has got to be someone's mount.
I can't give you any clues unless you want to lose point.
Don't want this point. Minimum value is 8.
Yes.
So,
That's such a weird number. That's got to give it
it's a
away.
weird number.
Yeah.
See, I think because I'm more familiar with the Armies of the Lord of the Rings
Uh-huh.
book, so my immediate guess would be Gandalf's cart. But
Right.
it could also be a one of the dwarf, the goats, but they don't have any might. So, was it the cart? Gandalf's cart?
It's not, no. It's not Gandalf's
Terrible.
card.
I think
cart
that actually has a
doesn't have
10-inch
one.
move.
Does it?
I think so. Also,
No,
it
I
doesn't
think
have any. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any
Fair play.
might or will or anything. It's just
Okay.
it's just a regular old
Yeah.
mount, other than the fireworks.
So,
Would you like a clue or are you
0,
gonna-
1, 2.
0, 1, 2.
Oh. What was the fight value?
Fight value 2.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
Fight value 2. So it could only really be like it's either a goblin or a pony. But I don't think there aren't any named ponies, are there? That would be a clue, wouldn't it?
It would be.
No, give me a clue before.
Oh, you want a clue? His faction is Fellowship.
There is a named pony.
There is a name for it, you're right.
It's Bill.
No! It's lit up. Yeah. So it is Bill the Pony. It
Oh, I'm
is.
feeling like such an idiot.
2 points for that.
There aren't any named ponies, are there?
It's just gold right there. Well done. Okay, right. So, Nick, yours is movement 6 inches. Fight value 6. Shoot 4 plus. Strength 4. D6. 3 attacks. 3 wounds. Courage 4 plus. Intelligence 5 plus. And a stat line 3, 2, 1.
Was D6? Was it?
D6.
Well, that one fate's telling.
Hmm.
I'm gonna guess. I guess Theoden,
No,
based purely on the one fate.
not Theoden.
Ah. What's the strength again?
Strength 4.
Theodred.
No.
I'm thinking of who dies. All right, gives a clue.
Clue. All right. He is 100 points.
That doesn't help in the slightest.
Is it not?
Mm.
I literally only know the points value of like 2 of the armies I play. I don't even know the points of half the things I use regularly.
Well, I
You
could
only
give
use
you
three
another clue,
models.
but you
Yeah.
just yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'll give you another clue, but you go down to 1 point.
I need another clue.
The
Hang on.
faction. The faction. All right. So the faction is Rohan. So you were along the right lines.
Is it going to be one of the sons that I don't know his bloody name? Who's the one? Who's the young one that gets his throat slit? Hammer?
It's a continuous throat slit. Is that what you're going for?
I think
I
so.
hope that's not going to be come up one where get
Mm.
demonetized for
Yeah.
that. Shouldn't have. I'll put a bit of beep over it. So.
No one says
You're going
demonetized.
for Hammer?
I'm going for Hammer because it's the only one of Helmson's I can remember the name of.
No.
Oh, I'm going to give up then.
No.
I can't.
Uh,
think it's Haleth.
it
Is
is
it?
Haleth.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh, I
See,
stole it. I should have guessed the other one.
Haleth is the only one that I haven't. No, sorry, Hammer is the only one that I haven't used in a game.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
Haleth
I
and
can't remember which
Hammer.
one's which. Is it?
So Hammer is the one that
Yeah, you were
outside of Helm's Deep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
Haleth's the one that gets the arrow through the neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
He dies
Yeah.
earlier on, so
Earlier
he's only
on,
got
yeah.
one fate instead of
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So yeah, I put my Hammer as my leader at day 2 at Lord of the Imps, forgetting that
Terrible idea.
contest of champions was the first scenario, and I come up against Aragorn on his horse. But he took 2 combats, heroic defensing, and then
Fair.
he got out of there.
Yeah, fair.
Aragorn did nothing. I chopped through. I killed Legolas second turn with
Very well done.
which was really good. And then I went off, killed a couple of guys. I was ahead. I was ahead of Aragorn, and I was just shielding for days with my Rohan warriors. And then it was a tie right up until
Mm.
the point where I failed the courage test and Hammer ran away. And then that was just game over after
What is that?
So
9 points?
that was a really big swing just off Hammer running away. So
Yeah,
it was just
that's
I got it.
yeah.
It was an hour and 45-minute game, and we got down the last 20 minutes or so, and I was tied on
Yeah.
kills with like an Aragorn. I was so proud of myself, and then off he went. He's courage 6 plus. Stop right.
Great.
So
Yeah.
yes, it was
He's also got, like-
ultimately my fault for
Yeah.
picking him as my champion.
How much will
But
does he have? That's like
he's got 3 will.
three-
Yes.
Yeah. it's
I
pretty good.
rolled. Unfortunately, early on in the battle,
Yeah, it's
like
fair.
an absolute idiot, I'd spend a point of will to do his
To
rule,
reroll
reroll ones, because
Yeah.
everyone was around him, and I thought, let's try and kill
Yeah,
some tin
yeah.
men. And then I rolled a 3, so couldn't use my last point of will to pass the courage test. Wow, it was
yeah.
so good.
It's
We had an audience and everything. It was great. I pulled everyone over. And it was
Yeah.
monumental, but unfortunately, not very good. All right, so I think so you've got one, and then I've got one last one for Nick
Okay.
as well. So this one is movement 6 inches.
Okay.
We have fight value 3, shoot value 5 plus, strength 4, D5, 1 attack, 1 wound, 7 plus courage, 8 plus intelligence, 001.
Fate value 3.
Fight 3, yes.
Okay. 001 makes me think. Modorok drummer?
Wow, straight in there. Goodness me. That was a full 3 points. Yes, it was. The Mordor Orc
I've actually
Drummer.
been swatting for this for
Yeah, he brought his books, he didn't he?
yeah.
All right, so we've got one last one, and this one's for Nick. So, movement 6 inches, fight 6, 3 plus shoot value, strength 5, d6, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, 4 plus courage, 5 plus intelligence, 331.
Again with the 1. Okay, who dies?
So, yes.
It's always someone that dies.
So, fight 6, shoot value 3 plus, strength 5, d6, 3 attacks, 3 wounds. 1 feet.
Is it Boromir?
It is not, because he's only got 3 might.
Yeah. Boromir's not
You
messing
can have
with that.
another guess for the
Yeah.
3 points. I don't have to give you any more clues. But yes, he's got 3 might, 3 will, and 1 feet.
Boromir rolled 3 might.
That's 6.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think Boromir's
Genuinely, I genuinely didn't know that.
6
You've not
3
rolled-
3 or something.
Yeah,
in
he's-
captain form.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
was it 630?
3
The fellowship one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of love for Boromir.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
Boromir.
What's the defense again?
D6.
6. That doesn't change anything. Go on, give us a clue.
Strength 5 though.
Yeah, strength 5 is, yeah. I think that's. I'm feeling. Not to put pressure on Nick.
Because
I'm feeling confident.
he needs that extra point.
Go on, give us a clue.
Clue, faction, Isengard.
Oh, I was completely wrong. Brilliant. Pressure's off.
Is it Lurtz?
It is
Uh,
Let's Urukai Scout Captain. So well done, you get 2 points for that. That's it. So Jonathan, 11, Nick, 5.
Thank you.
Well done, Jonathan. Round of applause. I'm sure everyone applauds.
Yeah,
Everyone who's
happy with that.
listening, yes.
Yeah,
But yeah, it won't be that every week. That was the
that's good.
inaugural
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah. I'm happy
Um,
I mean, I did well in that one, so I'm happy to end.
every week.
Well, if you did it every week, eventually the profiles just got getting narrowed down to the ones I actually know.
For the spreadsheet. I think.
I think that is a damning argument for you using more models.
Yeah.
Building a list with
Stop
more than
using the
10
white
things.
pencil.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there
I
we
was,
go.
I was, I was just waiting every time. It was like, if you didn't say 5-inch movement, then I didn't know.
Get that done. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, so yes, that was a little quiz.
Well,
So
yeah.
hopefully
Thank you, I enjoyed
hopefully that. No problem at all. So yeah, Jonathan takes the lead. So we'll have to
Maybe we
Going
could
forward.
like rotate quiz.
yes.
So like you've brought the quiz this week
All right. Okay.
or this month or whenever this.
Yeah, so that-
And then we can rotate. So
all right. Fair enough.
that might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you get a chance to answer
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, right.
It was my
Well,
idea. to do
if you
that.
did- Yeah, that's your choice.
No, I'm happy doing that. No, I am. So I was thinking with the quiz, we'll do something either game related or Lord of the Rings related. It could be
Yeah.
something to do with the movies or just
Yeah.
something generally quite fun. So
Yeah, that'll be good.
just so yeah. So I don't know if we want to start rounding up. Before
Yeah.
we do, we've just set up a lovely new email address. So if you do want to get in touch with the podcast, the email address is talkingshire@outlook.com. So talkingshire@outlook.com. If you've got any suggestions for things we can talk about, things we
Mhm.
can do on the podcast, because it is new and we're going through ideas and what works and what doesn't. So get in touch, let me know, and we can go from there. So yeah. So anything,
Yeah.
any guys?
Please,
wanna-
please, no nudes.
Yeah, no,
Just-
no. Well,
Yeah, keep it clean.
we can't. I mean, we can't
Yes,
read
it is.
them out anyway. So
Yeah.
if
We could
it's-
describe
we
it,
can
but we won't.
wait.
So don't.
no, we'll just instantly delete it. So yeah. So none of Dave Lal's feet, please. That'll
Yeah. My first and second name.
oh yeah, first and second name. Excellent. Well, there you go.
No anonymity.
No. There you go. Named and shamed.
And on that note, we've been talking Shire, literally.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey,
roll credits.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we'll
Thank you
see
very
you
much.
next time.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.